แนวทางแก้ปัญหาความขัดแย้งในซีเรียโดยเฉพาะเรื่องปัญหาอาวุธเคมีการพูดถึงกันมากขึ้นว่าควรจะต้องใช้กระบวนการทางการทูตเมื่อสักครู่นี้ประธานาธิบดีฟรังซัวโอลองแห่งประเทศฝรั่งเศสระบุว่าการแก้ปัญหาจะต้องใช้แนวทางทางการเมืองไม่ใช่แนวทางทางการทหารค่ะสำหรับกลไกของสหประชาชาติก็เป็นอีกหนึ่งทางเลือกที่คนกำลังพูดถึงกันมากในโอกาสที่อดีตประธานาธิบดีฟินแลนด์มาเยือนประเทศไทยคุณมาร์ตี้อาติซาริดิฉันได้สอบถามเรื่องนี้นะคะในฐานะที่เคยเป็นทูตพิเศษเพื่อสร้างสันติภาพในโคโซโวและเป็นผู้รู้เรื่องการทำงานเพื่อที่จะสร้างสันติภาพที่อาเจกับอินโดนีเซียค่ะดูท่านอาติซาริอย่างเชื่อมั่นในกลไกของสหประชาชาตินะคะว่าจะแก้ปัญหาในซีเรียได้เพียงแต่ผู้นำระดับโลกจะต้องยอมรับและเห็นตรงกันค่ะ
What's happening in Syria? Do you think world leaders are really interested in making peace rather than making war?
I think they are interested in making peace because everyone now says that we need I haven't heard anyone saying that we should look for a military solution in Syria. Everyone is saying that we need a political solution. But then we have to, it doesn't simply come if those in power are simply saying that. Then we have to start coming with proposals. How do we achieve that? For instance, I have been surprised that no one has been talking about organizing, except some of my friends when they have talked to me, that why don't we, for instance, seriously consider among the permanent members of Security Council that there should be, UN should be asked to organize free and fair elections for parliament perhaps. It would be perhaps wiser to have parliamentary elections first before one has presidential elections. And then start, make a new beginning. The present regime can't be any more organizing. I don't think that they have any more confidence of the majority of the population. So UN is there, and one could very well ask UN that please organize elections, and that might require that one could get everybody to agree on ceasefire in the country, have UN peacekeepers there for that period to bring some calm and decency for the elections. And then when we have a new parliament, then they can start perhaps forming a new government, and from there things will start moving to more normal situation. Because one of the difficulties what I have learned is that if you start negotiating an interim government without elections, it will take ages.
Do you really believe that UN mechanism or UN resolution can really work?
Look, we want UN run elections in the country as soon as it can be organized. And UN is capable of doing that.
But it seems nobody is listening to UN at the moment.
No, I don't think there has been any spokesman either, because if look, it doesn't help how good the peace moderators or those who are supposed to be representing Secretary General are, if they are not supported by the major powers in the world, and now I'm looking at the permanent members who have a veto right in Security Council. In the past, I have seen how they have been able to agree, and they helped me to get to UN 8,000 people to Namibia and supervise the elections which South Africa organized. And they became independent in that process. So they are capable. There is historic evidence that they can do these things. So why not now?
Yes, why not now?
Yeah.
Given that 5 permanent members of UN Security Council
They should get their act together.
Do you think that will be possible?
I would hold them responsible as a world citizen. That's all what I can appeal to them. That it should not be in the interest of any one of them not to cooperate. That's understandable that if you don't get a resolution justifying the military intervention, that's a totally different issue. But if we talk about UN organized elections, I don't see how anyone could oppose that.
So the only solution you see right now is to have 5 permanent members of Security Council work together, act together.
Yes, because the matter is in their hands.
But Russia and China seem very much opposing the US, UK and France.
I don't think that they oppose for the sake of opposing. I don't think their policy is that they have to oppose everything that comes from the wrong side. It's a content of what is being discussed. And that I understand, that if they oppose the military, they don't want to give the sanction of Security Council to military intervention under any circumstances after what happened in Libya, when this responsibility to protect General Assembly resolution was endorsed in case of Libya. That made it more difficult to use that sort of intervention. But this is a civilian undertaking. And if that would bring peace and beginning of a political process, so I don't see why anyone would oppose it. I don't simply see anyone proposing it. So now I'm making a proposal.
วันนี้คณะผู้สังเกตการณ์ผู้ตรวจสอบอาวุธเคมีของสหประชาชาติเพิ่งจะกลับเข้าไปในซีเรียระลอกที่2นะคะเพื่อดำเนินการให้มั่นใจว่าซีเรียจะส่งมอบอาวุธเคมีทั้งหมดเพื่อให้เข้าสู่การตรวจสอบของสหประชาชาติขณะที่ประธานาธิบดีบารักโอบามาได้กล่าวต่อที่ประชุมสหประชาชาติสมัชชาสหประชาชาติในวันนี้นะคะว่าเป็นภาระหน้าที่ของประชาคมโลกร่วมกันที่จะต้องมั่นใจว่าซีเรียจะไม่ถือครองอาวุธเคมีอีกต่อไปโดยเฉพาะในศตวรรษที่ 21 ค่ะ